Ecosystem production in the tundra. The Arctic tundra occupies Earth's northern hemisphere, circling the North Pole. This area has very little rainfall and light. It's one of the harshest biomes on the planet. Energy production depends on sunlight. The growing and reproductive seasons are very short. Primary productivity is determined spatially and temporally. Therefore, energy is collected during summer months and stored for survival. This can be seen in how quickly the plants grow and spread, how quickly animals reproduce, and how quickly the young grow up. Everyone is preparing for the harsh temperature of the winter. Producers in the tundra include lichen, grass, and moss. There is actually an abundance of plants, approximately 1,700 types. They group together for protection from the cold, and photosynthesis happens during low light and in summer. Plants produce by budding and division instead of flowering to save energy, and most of the plants is in the root system below ground. The root system is much larger than what you see on top. Primary consumers include muskox, lemmings, caribou, Arctic hares. They consume the grass, moss, and lichen, and they are a food source for the secondary consumers. Secondary consumers include the Arctic fox, the wolves, polar bears, hawks, things like that hunt the primary consumers. The carcasses actually are good for the soil and start the process all over again with the plants. So this food web shows you a little bit how everything works. It's from a bottom-up approach. The grass, the lichens, the wildflowers are eaten by the lemmings and the muskox, which are eaten by the polar bears and the hawks. The difference is in the tundra, it's very small, so anything that affects any of these things can break the entire system down. They're much more susceptible to climate change. The ecosystem production in the tundra must be very efficient due to low light and extreme temperature. Everything has to act quickly. The animals must put on enough fat to survive the winter, and they must do so in a very short amount of time. The babies must grow up faster. Reproductive seasons are very short, just in order to conserve as much energy as possible and survive.